Hello, everyone. So I'm a Pisces, and Pisces are known for being sensitive people, and I am guilty as charged. I'm a sensitive woman, and I think that when you start to learn yourself, there comes a responsibility with that to learn how to manage yourself, learn how to examine yourself and really think about your actions and make sure that you're being the best that you can be at all times. Um, so let's talk about sensitivity because sensitive people are everywhere. Usually sensitivity is something that people do not, it's a characteristic that people will not usually describe a man as being sensitive, but men are sensitive. Men are often as sensitive, if not more sensitive, sometimes than women. Typically, men that are extremely sensitive are ones with huge, fragile egos. And women have egos too, and we're sensitive as well. But it's usually comes from a different place. Um, but it can be ego driven as well. And a lot of times, sensitivity is tied to the ego. But let's just talk about sensitive people. When I was younger, I used to cry when people hurt my feelings because I was very sensitive. And when I got older, I was like, to heck with that crying stuff. I'm not going to cry. And then I wanted to fight. I didn't care if I was just verbally abusing the person, which was something that I used to really like to do. That's sad, but it's true when people hurt my feelings because I was sensitive. And my sensitivity changed from being expressed in the way of tears to being expressed in the way of rage. And so as I got older, I learned that that was not an effective way to handle my emotions and my sensitivity. And it let me know that I was still just as sensitive as I was before. It just manifested differently. So I learned that I had to really control my sensitivity. And what I want to say is that when you're very, very sensitive, you're annoying. I'm just going to say it. You're annoying because people who care about you feel like they have to tiptoe around your feelings so that they don't set off a time bomb, whether that be you flying off the handle or having a daggone meltdown. And people who don't know you get confused when you become emotional unnecessarily, in their opinion. They might think that your reaction is unwarranted for whatever your reaction was unwarranted for their actions. Their actions didn't warrant the response that they got from you because you're a sensitive mess. And if you have a sensitive friend, you know how they are. They're always asking you, oh, did you think so and so meant this when they told me that? Am I wrong for feeling that way? Because I kind of feel a kind of way. Am I tripping? Am I wrong? And it's just like, okay, so we're going to have to talk about how this person made you feel. And now we have to talk about, are you wrong for feeling that way? What the hell? That's a lot of steps. Nobody wants to do that. No one wants to deal with that. So it's just, ugh. So all I'm saying is that you have to get to a point where you learn how to deal with your sensitivity. Because if you don't, I think there's a certain amount of selfishness that comes with sensitivity. Because even sensitive people will say, I treat everybody the way I want to be treated. Well, here's the thing. They might not want to be treated the way that you want to be treated. Maybe your sensitive backside wants to be treated a way other people don't even want. So then again, it's about you. It gets to the point where you wonder if sensitive people, depending on the level of sensitivity, if they're freaking narcissists. Because every day, it's the me show. How this makes me feel. How this hurt me. And, it just gets to be annoying. I don't want to be on your show. I feel like I've been forced onto your panel with a microphone and I don't want to be on your show. I didn't ask to be on your show. What's the ratings for this thing? Am I getting paid? Why am I making appearances on the You show? I don't want to be there. So, some people, the whole freaking world revolves around how they feel because they're sensitive. And they feel that and also the tears are almost like a manipulation. Because if they cry, the human, it's human to want to comfort someone or be there for them when they cry, no matter how awkward it is. You ever hear someone say, their dog died and then they just start crying in front of you and you don't know the dog and you may not even know the person, but they're trying to have a human connection with you. They're trying to have a moment and you're like, should I hug her? Should I pat his back? If I hold his hand, will HR call me? Ooh, you don't know what to do. So it's just really awkward sometimes when sensitive people just decide to allow their emotions to pour out to people who don't even know how to receive it. And it can't constantly be a conversation about what someone said and how it made you feel. And then, are you crazy for feeling that way? It's too much. So if you're a sensitive person, embrace it, accept it, but accept the fact that it's your responsibility to know how to manage that thing in a healthy way. There are people out there who are addicts. There are people out there who are plain spoken. That's another one of my things. Really, and I had to learn how to be tactful. I had to be blunt and tactful. If you're strong and you realize you're heavy-handed and you can't just play around and hit everybody. You mess around and catch a case. You know what I mean? You have to know yourself, know your strengths, know your weaknesses, know your character so that you can work on it, not necessarily to change, but be able to function with other people. There's no way you're going to be in a cave by yourself. And if you were, as sensitive as you are, you'd probably be crying about it. So, that's all I have to say. Just get to know who you are and work on it. That's it. So this is Yomi, over and out. Thanks for stopping by. And that's it. It's time to go. Like, comment, and subscribe, please. And thank you for tuning in. You are greatly appreciated. Find me on Facebook, Yomi St. Wick. Also, Heart Song Healing by Yomi. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Bye. Don't cry.